How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to New Mexico State Men's Basketball News. I'm Marshall. In today's video, I'm going to give a recap about the Aggies' 74-58 victory over a Division II opponent, New Mexico Highlands University, Tuesday night. We played against the Lobos on Saturday night. I don't think I'm going to have time to make a video on that, unfortunately, like giving a preview. So I probably kind of mix it in with this video. I really wanted to make my own separate video because I feel like I'd be able to get a lot of views. I just don't think I'm going to have time in the next couple days before then to help out with it or get a video out. I will be helping out with the game on Saturday, just like I did on Tuesday. If you guys were at the game and saw me, cool. I was there on the sidelines helping out with some clips. So if you guys, go into social media and see the teams, some of the highlights they posted and stuff, kind of help put that together, help edit it, not too crazy. Also help with the recap a little bit for the media relations. So really good stuff. Help deliver stats to Adam during the timeouts and media timeouts, halftime, end of game, and all that. It's really cool to build those connections and work with those guys. As for the game, I believe the team was a lot improved from the week prior. The first half was a little iffy. We were only hit by 5. We were down at the beginning of the game. The largest fell down was 4. We went on a big run to go up by 8, and then they went on a run themselves to only be down by 1. And we hit a big 3 at the end of the half to go 29-24 from Chris Terrell. Jamel Jones really got it going at the end of the first half. Didn't score for about the first 10 minutes, but scored 9 in the second half of the first half, if that makes sense. And then finished the game with 24 points on 9 for 17 shooting. Shot well from 3, 4 for 4 from the line. Overall, free throws were a little bit better. Malonga was 2 for 6. But I think for most part, the guy shot it pretty well. Jalen Randall, I believe, was 2 for 4. His first 2 looked really good. And even the 2 that he missed looked like they were going in. Gabe Pickens had 2 points. His 2 points came from the line. Jacoby only had 2 points as well. It was nice. It was a nice lob from Jamel. Kind of got the crowd into it a little bit. Anthony had an amazing game. Had 15 points with 4 threes, including back-to-back threes in the second half late. And one of them was an and one, knocked down the free throw. He's the guy that knocks down free throws with ease. He shot perfect from the line as well. He's a guy that I was really excited to see play well. I feel like he's a guy, arguably our best shooter, and we've seen him take a lot of good shots, get a lot of clean looks. He actually started the game off with a 3. So it was really good to see him in a game like that. The first game he didn't play bad at all by any means. But in the scrimmage and then, the scrimmage against each other, didn't look too great, but you could definitely tell he was a guy that was going to get a lot of clean looks and just shut the heck out of it. And he's a guy, again, he's played under Coach Hoonan a lot, and he's definitely going to do some good things for us this year. I wish Sierra Malonga would have played a little bit better, especially against a Division II opponent, but, he played well enough to help us get the win. I was very impressed with Augustine Ekway's play as a freshman off the bench. Had 10 points, had about 6 boards, I believe. Both guys could have maybe rebounded the ball a little bit better, but that'll come as time goes on. New Mexico Highlands, even though they're not the greatest team in the world, they're a Division II opponent. They actually had a lot of big size, so made it a little bit harder on those guys. You got to remember, Augustine's just a freshman. Sierra Malonga hasn't really got true playing time until now, so I'm sure that'll all come with time. Something interesting to note that I didn't know about, and I think I've talked about this guy in a couple of videos, Ibrahim Masako, was at UNM, that was at NMSU for a couple months, and then transferred to Highlands. Not too sure, what went with the decision there. I wasn't too sure why he wasn't on the roster. That freed up a Marco Doyle to be on the team. I think he's a good fit for us. Hopefully he can get some playing time as time goes on, just not there yet. But he checked into the game, came off the bench and played 31 minutes. I was trying to find stats in other games that I couldn't find him getting in any other game. So maybe he was injured, or maybe there was something that he couldn't play and he just came off the bench the first game, because he was second on the team in minutes, played 31, had 4 points. I think he had 6 rebounds, had a really good dunk to end our scoring run. So he's a guy that, the Aggies, kind of knew him pretty well, but he also knew us well. Obviously the Highlands, they have Zach September as their head coach and have Noah as an assistant coach. He used to be here on the coaching staff as well. So those guys kind of know Coach Hoodan's system a little bit. So that might have been a little bit more difficult for the Aggies, but they got the win at the end of the day, and that's all that matters. I was pretty bummed out because I checked my Twitter after the game and I saw that I actually got a text from Zach. I haven't talked to him in a while. He was pretty much just telling me that if I was going to be at the game, to go say what's up to him, before the game starts. And I didn't see it after the game. I definitely would have said what's up to him. I talked to him a few times when he was here, not a whole lot. And it's cool to see that he's still keeping up the program. I know I made that post when he was hired there at Highlands. He really enjoyed that. And maybe he's a guy that keeps up the channel. I'm not too sure. But if you do, appreciate you. Sorry I couldn't say hi. I tried texting him back, but he's a really busy guy. He's obviously a head coach, so didn't see it just yet. Hopefully we get to see it soon, and hopefully we have a chance to play them in the future, and I get a chance to, see him again soon. I thought what improved a lot from game 1 to game 2 was our defense. I know we won by 16. People probably would have wanted to see us win by a lot more, but it wasn't because of our defense, and I think the effort was there too. Did really well there. And the biggest thing is rebounding. Obviously, I shoot free throws a little bit better. But overall, I thought we shot a little better, shot more threes, which was good. I'm kind of surprised the Highlands is off to a slow start. They're 0-3, playing against us in North Texas, so they lost 2. That doesn't count against the record because we're D1 teams. It's just exhibitions for them, and it counts for us. they have guys like Saka who's played Division I basketball. They have other guys on the roster who played Division I basketball and just have a lot of great experience. And I said a lot of really great size. So I was kind of surprised to see they're only 0-3 of the season because they put up a pretty good fight with us. And I think Zach's a great coach too. Coaches all like Huden. I think Huden sees that in him, and they had a little talk after the game. Really respect each other. Noah, obviously, having him back was great. Xavion's one of our assistant coaches. They talked a little bit after the game. Just a really cool game overall. I definitely see Highlands being a team that we play every year to get a home game and play against former friends, former coaches. Definitely an improved game from the first game, won by 16. I know a lot of people would want us to see us win by a lot more, like 30 or more, because we're playing against Division II opponents, which I can understand why. And I think some people are worried about it, like, oh, how are we going to be able to beat UNM? How are we going to beat these other teams? Well, if you look at it, someone Coach Jan's team, which I saw a guy on Twitter talk about this, and I looked at it, and he's not wrong. We played against like some NAIA schools with Coach Jan's, I think like 2020, the COVID season, 21 season, and we won by 8 points against one of them. There's other games too. We won by like 12, 15, or like I think it was against even 2021, 22. I don't know if you guys remember. The Teddy Allen team, they were only beating Western New Mexico by 3 points at halftime and ended up beating them by 27. So it's not like it's like completely out of the ordinary for like it's not like it's like it should be a bad thing. Oh my gosh, this team can't do anything, because if a team like that was only up by 3 at halftime against Western New Mexico, this team was up by 5 against Highlands. I mean, it's not too crazy of a difference. Again, obviously you want to dominate as much as you can, but at the end of the day, wins are wins. And we've seen teams in the past play up to their competition. So I'm not saying they're playing down to their competition. They're still getting wins by double figures. Hopefully they can play up to their competition against UNM and throughout the rest of the season and get a lot of big wins against rivals, conference teams, and just really, really good mid-major programs. Previewing UNM a little bit, I actually just got done with a podcast with Ricky Thompson. He has a podcast for the Lobos, graduated from there, lives in San Francisco now, does a lot of good things. I'm not sure if he's going to post the podcast ad, if it's in my YouTube, Twitter, whatever it is. I would definitely share it with you guys once I find out. Did about a 10 to 15 minute interview with him, went really well. Talked a little bit about the Lobos and the Aggies and how it's going to look and stuff. I think the biggest thing for the Aggies to get a win is really just dominate the post. Their post play hasn't been super great this year. Kind of reminds me of the Shimanga brothers, how they started last year, really picked it up. And I'm sure the same thing will go for them. They have a brand new coaching staff and players, kind of similar to us in a way. And we have still our head coach and stuff and some players from last year, but it's going to be 2 brand new teams almost playing this rival game. So it's going to be a big game. So both teams are going to be unfamiliar with each other and unfamiliar with this rival. I mean, the fans are going to really carry that. I think it's really good that we have the home crowd. But yeah, what I was saying, I think Sear and Augustine are going to have big games. Both players have had double-digit point games, both in different games. If they can combine, if they can both get double digits in scoring and combine for at least 20 or more, I think that's going to higher our chances of winning for sure. Jamel Jones obviously has been playing very well, had 24 points last game, 23 the game before. If he can just continue to play well, play up to his competition, and not just show it against these D2 teams, no doubt in my mind he will. I mean, he's a guy, again, averaged 19 points last year at Cal State Bakersfield, had 45 points on the bench, 44, I can't remember if he started that game or not, but I know he came off the bench to start the year and then started, and he's just getting better and better. So no doubt in my mind he's going to be really solid for us. Even if he's kind of off to a slow start, I'm sure he'll pick up eventually and do a lot of great things. Biggest thing is just competing, playing hard too. I mean, I thought the team played very hard on defense. They can continue that. Offense, you can work hard all you want. Some shots just don't fall all the time. But if it's our day like it was last year against the Lobos over there at the pit, then I think we're in store for a good day. I don't think we're going to be favored to win the game. Again, we are at home, so that's going to help us out. I would love for us to have about 10 to 12,000 fans. I've been telling a lot of people, and like I said on that podcast, I think a couple years ago, we was at Pack the Pan American Center night, and we had 11,278 people attend the game. So, and that was for a non-rival game. That was just for a conference test against Jacksonville State. I'm sure for a rival game, we can definitely get more. I can't remember exactly on the top of my head how much the Pan Am fits, but I know it's somewhere in like the late 12,000, early 13,000 range. So definitely very possible to get a lot of fans in the seats. Really looking forward to it. I'm obviously going to be there on the sidelines. It's going to be a big game. Helped out with the game against Highlands. I was going to get some practice before the big game against UNM. That's all I have to say for this video. Please let me know in the comments what you guys thought about the game against Highlands. Do you think it could have gone a little bit better? It definitely could have been, but overall it was a lot better of a performance from the week prior, in my opinion. Let me know what you guys thought. Good, bad things. Again, there's definitely some offensive talent still, and I think the defense is improving. Biggest thing is just improving from game to game. That's the biggest thing. I think we have a chance to beat the Lobos. It's definitely going to be a really hard test. We'll see how it goes. Anything can happen in a rival game. Let me know what you guys think will happen in that game, what your predictions are. I'm going to go on a ramp and say the Aggies win 83-82. Very close game, just like how we beat Texas A&M and Corpus Christi last year, 83-82 at home in the third game of the season to start 3-0. I think it's going to be the exact same thing, except we're not going to go by 20 and blow the lead. If we go by 20, we better keep the lead. That would be awesome, keeping that lead. But I don't think it's going to happen. I think it'll be a close game. And I think we'll end up winning by 1. So we'll see how it goes. Really excited for that game. I'm sure you guys are as well. Let me know if you guys will be there. I will be there on the sidelines, so if you want to say what's up, say what's up. Really looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing you guys at the game. I'm out.